You're not holding the end, you're moving down the hill. This is nature. My father, right now, I buying things could happen behind the scenes. So I supported Joseph Parker, knowing that by 2023 he'll be tired.
Okay.
Knowing that 2023 he'll be tired, he could have a good heart, everything good, but the brain is going down. You're not holding the end, you're moving down the hill. This is nature. My father, right now, I buy him pamper. Every day I gotta buy a pamper. There's a man who bought me pamper before. Mm-hmm. I'm buying pamper now because the time has reached. So I thought the old man could be president in 2017 and run for this. And he himself said, he said, when you run for one term, he himself said it. I agree with him. 2023, no, I disagree. In my mind, he should rest, find somebody else.
I'm filled with a profound sense of gratitude and humility. It has been an honor and a privilege to serve as your president and commander-in-chief for the past 6 years. Together, in 2018, we embarked on a journey to build a united, peaceful, and prosperous Liberia. And I am deeply thankful for the trust and support you have bestowed upon me and my administration during my tenure. As we navigate the complexity of governance, your partnership was instrumental in the development and implementation of policies and programs that aim to bring progress and development to our great nation. Reflecting on the accomplishment of these 6 years, let me tell you that I am proud of what we have achieved together. We have built roads, supported free wires and free tuition at high schools and public universities, stabilized the macroeconomic challenges we face in 2018, built hundreds of pro-poor housing units, and achieved on so many fronts that we are able to list here today. However, I acknowledge that there is always room for improvement, and perhaps more could have been done under different circumstances. Regrettably, some of the long-term projects we initiated did not reach completion during my tenure. I am hopeful that the incoming administration will carry the torch forward and bring these initiatives to fruition for the benefit of all Liberians. Fellow compatriots, rumors, and misinformation have played a large part in our politics over the last 6 years. It is my hope we as a country will overcome this challenge over the next 6 years. To begin this, we must start with the facts of the transition. I must report to you that we are leaving behind a better economy than we inherited. Today, President-elect Joseph Nima Bouaka will inherit a stronger economy than I inherited. There is a bigger net international reserve position than was handed me in 2018. I inherited 94,999,000 United States dollars in net international reserves. And I am handing over to the next administration a net international reserve position of 222,700,000 United States dollars. This is 136% increase in the net international reserve position. The total cash balance in the government's consolidated account is United States $40,044,365.90. In 2018, my government inherited a consolidated
effort to bring a new regime. Then we'll sit down with happiness. We go write paper for that 79-year-old man. He's talking to me. Then you go there. I will tell you that nation. I will tell you US. I will bring one for you. Because you think one for you, Johnson. I will tell you one for bring. When you got to the place.
When you elect a clown and you think that he will be a king, what he does is to convert the kingdom into a circus. This is what we must deal with, and this is what we must say. Who do we elect into our public offices? Because, as I've said before, when you allow hyenas to take care of goats, why should you be surprised when the goats are eaten? This is the same. And Africa is only going to realize our potential in all areas when, by dint of choice, we enable and allow our best men and women to serve in different areas. I've heard it being said about Lee Kuan Yew in Singapore. I've heard it being suggested about Mahathir Mohamad in Malaysia. I've heard it being said about Japan. I've heard it being said about other countries, but there was a conscious decision on the part of those individuals and the followership. We always talk about leaders, but we never talk about the followers. The followers must also style up. Africans on average are for some reason attracted to thieves. Africans are for some reason attracted to men and women who cannot serve her. And when they are not served, then they complain. When Africans are told, choose you now whom we shall release, Jesus of Nazareth or Barabbas, they say, release Barabbas. And when Barabbas behaves like Barabbas, they say, why are you not behaving like Christ? It cannot be done.
In May of 2001, signed a second of two executive orders, number 13213, Defense Exhibit D310, in which it was stated, and I quote, the government of Liberia's complicity in the RUF's illicit trade in diamonds and its other forms of support for the RUF are direct challenges to the United States foreign policy objectives in the region, as well as the rule-based international order that is critical to the peace and prosperity of the United States. Therefore, I find these actions by the government of Liberia contribute to the unusual and extraordinary threat to the foreign policy of the United States described in Executive Order 13194, with respect to which the President declared a national emergency. This executive order did not say the alleged complicity, it concluded the complicity. The conspiracy was born, all systems put into motion, and here I stand today. I never stood a chance. This is the broader contextual matrix that regrettably did not and still has not seen the light of day in these proceedings, despite the gallant efforts by the defense to unearth and reveal the contextual framework behind the charges against me. Now, with the two executive orders, the dogs were let out, so to speak. What followed was a dispatch of the attack pack led by Lieutenant Colonel David Crane, Defense Intelligence, 30 years, prosecutor. He, Crane, unlawfully unsealed the court's sealed indictment to his handlers, senior U.S. government officials at the U.S. Embassy in Freetown, and was never held to account. The rest of the operational team are Colonel Brenda Hollis, Defense Intelligence, CIA, U.S. Air Force, Senior Trial Counsel, and now prosecutor. James C. Johnson, U.S. Army expert, 20 years on conventional and special operations, Chief of Prosecutions for the SCSL. Alan White, 30 years, Defense Intelligence, recalled from retirement to head up investigations at the Special Court of Sierra Leone. Stephen J. Rapp came on board as chief prosecutor for a short time of experience from Capitol Hill, where he served with the U.S. Senate Judiciary Committee sometime before. It came as no surprise to me that as a reward of sorts for Stephen Rapp's diligence in the execution of U.S. foreign policy objectives through these ad hoc tribunals, he was appointed U.S. Ambassador at Large for War Crimes issues. In support of the contextual framework of politics, on February 8, 2006, Lieutenant Colonel David Crane, prosecutor, appeared before a U.S. Congress Subcommittee on Africa, Defense Exhibit D404, and spelled out in clear terms the decision taken in support of regime change in Liberia and what needed to happen to solidify that process. There was little mention, if any, in his testimony about Sierra Leone. And here is what he said. I posit that 5 years from now, when the international community is challenged by other crises, Taylor in Calabar, under the protection of Nigeria, will make his move. We will wake up one morning and watch on CNN as Taylor rides triumphantly down the main street in Monrovia to the executive mansion, daring all of us to come and get him. Unless he is handed over to the special court for Sierra Leone, this scenario is not out of the realm of possibilities. He then asked, how do we assure Liberia's future? And he answers that. Ultimately, he says, what we do about Taylor in the next several weeks will determine the fate of Liberia and the new administration of its president, Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. Crane then sets out several plans, two of which I'll state here. He said, first, hand Charles Taylor over to the special court for Sierra Leone for a fair trial, his kind of trial. This takes him out of the local and regional dynamics that is West Africa. Second, tie any financial and political support to good governance in Liberia. Time does not permit, but the exhibits are present. Not even the Nigerian nation was spared from threats and intimidation, as explained by Femi Kayode, press secretary to President Obasanjo, the Nigerian head of state, who was with him in Washington when President George W. Bush promised, and I quote, to bring Nigeria to its knees if Taylor was not turned over to the special court. And what happened? Obasanjo buckled and capitulated. Now, this demonstrates the significant pressure that was brought to bear on President Obasanjo, irrespective of his personal and leadership obligations to the West African sub-region. And therein lies the dilemma for current African heads of state and government, but how to enter into binding commitments and obligations with the African pairs and remain steadfast, resolute, and unyielding in their fidelity to those agreements in the face of such unrelenting and punishing pressure from powerful Western leaders.
My people, where you at? Where you at? Wake up from your slumber, stop slipping. Whip your hands, whip your hands, whip your hands, whip your. Come on, come on, come on. I know y'all sleeping now. Y'all gotta whip us some more, yeah? Okay, let's go. The people fool us. The people lie to us. The government betray us. So much. I said, the people fool us, the people lie to us, the government betray us. They can lie, they can steal, they can lie. I said, we tired with their lies, we tired with their promises that led us to all our damages. We tired with that speech they preach, indeed, and now unique they deceive us. The thing we saw, it frustrates us. So why does you lie? Why does you steal? Why does you lie?
And we use this occasion to remind Liberians who only vote on the basis of what they hear and not on the basis of what they see, the experience they've had, and what they know. But whatever the case is, we are here tonight, back behind these microphones to engage on the real issues. And so what the issues are, let me say a very, very pleasant good evening to all of you across the country. Good morning to you, good afternoon to you, good evening to you, those of you in the diaspora, our friends, our fans, our followers, our critics, and even those of you who do not like the things we say and the way we say them. It's good to have all of you joining us tonight on a Thursday in the Republic of Liberia. Today is the 12th day of February 2026. A lot to talk about tonight. My name is Austin Kawa. I'm here alongside Junkins Morris, the only Morris I've ever heard from Maryland County. He has to tell me how is that possible? But welcome to the show, and I'm sure your holiday was spent well. If not, that news. If it was spent well, that news on Joe Baca. This show is called Fredom Hard-Talk. It's proudly sponsored by Crime Stopper Liberia of Omen Messiah. Very shortly, we take a break from our sponsor. When we come back, Junkins Morris will set the pace for our discussion tonight. We will also go to our Facebook Live to welcome all of you joining us tonight. The people say plenty things happened today in the country. Some happened on yesterday. Yesterday was Armed Forces Day. Joe Barker was seen again in his military wheelbarrow. But let's take a break from our sponsor. When we come back, we will talk the real issues.
Yo, hello. I want to talk about violence. More violence is indiscriminate. It can happen for any reason and to anyone. Until we do something to stop the surge of vigilante-style justice in this country, none of us will be safe. My Liberia is Liberia of hope. In my Liberia, it is possible. Violence is not part of my Liberia. Violence leads to property damage, injury, or even death, as we are seeing in recent months in several parts of Liberia, including Monrovia. Talk to people in your community about violence. Stand up against mob justice. Be a community hero. Liberia is all that we have. We must all unite to uphold the rule of law. This is Old Man Sam Sion, your community crime fighting partner. Thanks for listening. This is Old Man Sam Sion.
Thank you very much, Old Man Sam Sion. Grace Moore, welcome tonight. Phoenicia's Junior Bar, Agatha Glasgow, Melvin, Nathaniel Roosevelt, welcome to the show. Helena Wilson is good joining us tonight. Amos Sharif has joined us. What is the house? What's happening tonight? What is mass? Hey, technology. We'll manage it. Helena Wilson, Amos Sharif, Emmanuel Bro, Alfred Morba, Ezekiel Johnson, Roland Tool, all of you, welcome to the show tonight. Isaac Smo is joining us. Alaska P. Favor Morris has joined us. Henry Tool is also following tonight. Stephen Fowler Jr. has joined us. Avin Yoko is following tonight. Sorry, Avin, we have made the correction. Yes, we've made the correction already. This is Fredom Hard-Talk. Saturday, Zonwi Wondule from Atlanta, Georgia. Spencer Mohammed, all of you, welcome to the show. Papi Keita. Papi, it's been a while, but welcome to the show. Samuel Lat Cooper is joining us from Cardwell. Limon Pikin is following tonight. Buema Kui has joined us as well. He says from Chicken Soup Factory. It's good to have all of you joining us tonight on the show. Junkins Morris, welcome.
Welcome. Let's see. Yeah, I would say welcome. Yeah, because we all had a break yesterday to observe the holiday. Liberia's 69th Armed Forces Day anniversary. So to our listener out there, wherever you are, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and wherever you are following us from, we want to say welcome to Fredom Hard-Talk on Fredom FM 87.9. Austin, today there are trending issues. As you may be aware, Liberia is an interesting country. Based on that, we've been following.
Before you go to what you want to say, yesterday was Armed Forces Day. I'm sure you had your own moment, but the people say Valentine is coming. and we will not have the time to talk about to have pre-Valentine's conversation. We will have the time to have the post conversation, so it's important. Somebody asking me to ask you who you are.
I reserve comment.
Okay, but you won't say anything to your
I
VAR?
reserve comment.
Do you want to say anything to your VAR?
Also, I reserve comment.
Oh, my man, your Gribble brother says to you, he reserves comment or comments. So that's it. But Fatu Sharif, welcome. Juju Wonwe. It's good to have all of you. Lemire Cheme, Boom Picking. Okay, that one. Anyway, Marcus Saki, all of you, welcome. Happy belated Armed Forces Day to all of you, and happy Valentine's Day to all of you. It's a good thing to show love, especially when you are in love. It's a good thing to, talk about people you're having, whether it's romantic relationship with or stuff. It gives that confidence. Yeah, it gives that confidence, or it renews that confidence. And so it's a good thing. I don't know why some people shy away, unlike those who do not have. Then
like me.
Okay, yeah, so that's justifiable. But when you have somebody you are into romance with, or when you're having a romantic relationship with somebody,
it's good.
It's important. Once it is from your heart,
To reflect on
once
such
you're
day.
committed to it, it's good to go public. It may not necessarily be all the time or every day, like it's a movie you're making. But once in a while, these are moments set aside, to showcase or to celebrate or to renew or give that or showcase that confidence. So whatever it is, those of you who have value, like some of us who are married, it's important that we do that. The thing about me, man, the whole world knows that I'm married to Promise. So no, you can't do anything about it.
No.
It's a choice that we made, and we have to own our choice.
Sure.
And celebrate our decision,
Sure.
not to shy away from it. So for me, she my own VAR. Promise I'm a VAR, Austin Kawa and Austin Kawa, all them so my VAR and that.
I'll be behind you, Austin. I'll be behind you.
So it's the same with Oliver guy VAR.
I'll be behind you, Oliver.
Beautiful Nico.
I'll be behind you, Oliver.
Elisa guy on the VAR. Invisible. When Neil Nimlen has his VAR, his beloved wife, they just celebrated 15 years in marriage. So that's the same Sion Ziba has his VAR. Beautiful Counselor Quebec Sion. That same Sion on a VAR that the whole world knows that Quebec is his VAR. And he cherished her so much, and she cherished him so much. So it's beautiful. It's beautiful. It's so sweet to talk about somebody you're into romance with. Yeah, so nobody should shy away from it. Even if you're who I know you're married or cheating, you're still put talk about your wife there in the public, not anything. You're talking about it like a woman you choose to marry. You're who marry, you still won't be cheating. Having your abandon outside there. You oppose your women, your wives.
You oppose them.
Even the wives, you oppose your husband. No crime inside.
No crime inside.
So
right.
Men will still see the ring on the woman finger and still
the men will still won't navigate.
Still
won't navigate.
The men will see the ring. The women will see the ring on the man's finger.
They will still
yeah. What kind of society is this, man? Maybe when you gotta tell me something about this, because you know a lot about this. You have a lot of experiences. So, oh yes, and Abu, thank you for reminding me. Abu. No, Oliver is the youngest. Yeah, in marriage. Abu, when Maggie B, we were looking for food, or in Maggie B to eat on that Sunday, just to ensure that Abu gets married and all of that. And so yeah, so I will remember the man post regularly Jew picture, but they only Valentine you post it too. Yeah. So we're not ashamed of our wives. We're proud of them. And so those of you who can be running away hiding behind the corner, you don't post your girlfriend.
Yeah, just snitching.
You don't have to be married to post your vibe.
No.
The fact that you, the man or woman, can muster the courage, the bravery to go to the woman or the man and say, I like you. Or when the man tells you he loves you, then you say, yes, I love you too, I agreed. Then to go public again an issue? That means something wrong.
Yeah.
Something is not right somewhere.
Sure, that's why you have, hiding and snitching at one. Yeah, cockroach. yeah, you can do that.
You can do it. Yeah, so you gotta stop that thing. Valentine's Day. On Saturday, I will post all your wife name page, your girlfriend name picture on Facebook. Me, I will do all my friends.
Yeah, bro, you pull day and a partner together and post it.
I put a picture on Facebook. I don't want to do it.
We put in saying Gary.
But let's move. Today is the beginning next week Tuesday, Jenkins. I might only be on the show from 9 to 10, or I might not be do the show at all beginning next week for some other reasons. We're trying to do a lot of different things. Clary Allison, welcome to the show. Aliyu Kamara, welcome to the show. Jainen Tupa, welcome to the show. So that's it. But we're going to make it true. Probably once we leave where we are, we'll join the show via online or the telephone, and Junkies will be here handling things. That's only for Tuesdays. So yeah, that's what it is. So that's what we are. So what do we have? What's there to talk about today? Are you which team do you support?
Chelsea Madrid.
Oh, you're Chelsea Madrid. Oh, so you are support Chelsea Madrid. So you see the partnership was
partnership. Agreement say no. Okay.
But wait, let me do something small. Let me just do something small. I want to do something. Be going ahead.
Yeah, basically, we have on our list here today issues to discuss. Mr. Boakai, who is the president, have promised our AFL again and also made a commitment of 600 men, gallant men and women to be recruited and trained in an effort to serve in the armed forces of the Republic of Liberia. And these 600 men and women, according to Mr. Boakai on yesterday, will be recruited from year to recruited and trained from year to 2029. I don't know the purpose for which there is a timeline.
What's up, man?
Number?
Y'all on now?
I'm leading battle 2-0 against y'all on now.
Okay, the man put you on the radio.
Oh, they leading you 2-0?
Okay.
Yeah.
The man put you on the radio. They leading you too.
What?
The man put you live.
You are live on Fredom Hard-Talk. Mr. General Manager of Barcelona. I mean, you're radio.
No, but why you call me? You know he call me out. Oh, I have been a working so.
They make compare. They say 2-0. Oh God.
Okay, so what's the other one?
So on a very serious note, on our play tonight, Mr. Boakai, Chief Zanzakawa, who serves as Chief of Labrador National Chiefs and Elders, 18 years, is sick, and one of his legs was being amputated. And he's calling on the government to pay some attention to him. It's another issue to be discussed. And President Weah and Benona Yue handshake that is trending. The refusal of President we had to shake the hand of Mr. Yuri and hunting Cloud Weir's foundation.
Today is Thursday, huh?
Yeah, today Thursday.
Okay. Yeah, yesterday was it? They went by the other man playing Smile and answer a call.
Yeah.
I will still call him on WhatsApp. Today we don't to never we're bidding your farewell for the week. We're bidding your farewell for the week today. What is happening to Joe Burger and AFL? What did he say he doing with the army now? He just training people. What did he doing now?
And the man trading, it says 100 million women from here to 2029. He was particular from here to 2029. So I don't know as to whether they will just be trained to secure the election for him 2029. I don't know. Whatever is. In fact, he's even talking about expanding the AFL, decentralizing the force by rehabilitating and reconstructing their facilities across the country. And those things, but we will have to equate that to the state of the nation as to what was in it there for the AFL before the president makes such pronouncement on yesterday. Because you may be aware there were several errors made by the president in his presentation at the Capitol building.
So I want to say anything ago. He said Joseph Bagazi training. Yesterday, yesterday I was playing. I'll do my football business.
Oh, you're trying to warm up.
Yeah, I do my football business. Do running after all that stuff. So you know, I managed to listen to an excerpt from what was said by the president, and you see, I don't know why the UP folks have made everything about 2029. They shy away not from making reference or the emphasis to 2029 in everything
to
that
include,
is start to policy and all of that. Waka wants to build road. He ties it to 2029. He wants to build school. He ties it to 2029. He wants to brush his teeth. He ties it to 2029. He wants to eat up or soy tomorrow. He ties it to 2029. In Baka wants to take a cold water shower. He ties it to 2029. He finds a justification to give why he wants to take a cold water shower. Baka wants to wear a green socks. He ties it to 2029. Baka wants to wear a green boxer or a yellow boxer. He ties it to 2029. Baka wants to wear a leke or a shoe, a pair of shoes cost $1,200. He ties it to 2029.
Even if he wants to renew his pacemaker, he ties it to 2029.
You get everything Braga does is about 2029. This is an 81-year-old man who's struggling with health and all of that.
Compounding
he's
health issues.
He is so overwhelmed. He is so concerned about 2029 than any other thing. Right now, Mr. Braga does not even care about what he wears, what he eats. He's more concerned about 2029. As if to say his survival is tied to 2029. Braga cares less about anything right now besides or aside from 2029. And this is a dangerous path. This is this is how civil unrest begins in many countries. When the president is so desperate about succeeding himself, and he's not concerned about governing to the interest of the people, then it becomes an issue, a concern. That's a concerning issue. It's worrisome that the president is only concerned about succeeding himself in 2029. The milk is too sweet, and the milk is depleting by the day. As the day goes by, the milk depletes. The milk was given to Joe to manage for 6 years. As the day goes back, the milk depletes from the bottle, and he still wants to be sucking the milk from the bottle. So he's not concerned about the remaining the quantity of milk that is left in the bottle for 3 years. He's concerned about who and how will the bottle gets refilled
so that he
after
can continue
his 6
sucking.
years to continue sucking. And this is a dangerous path for our country, and we have to be careful as a people. There is nothing serious happening in this country when it comes to governance. Real governance, there is nothing serious happening. Everything about Joe Braga now is how will he succeed himself in 2029. And I want to say this tonight. Some of us were not afraid of Joe Braga's calculation for 2029. Under no condition will Joe Braga succeed himself. Let me repeat. Under no condition will Joe Braga succeed himself. That's not going to happen. Braga is a walking failure, well decorated, seated in the executive mansion. No, there's no way he's going to succeed himself. There's no way. And Braga does not have the capacity to use the military, to influence the military to chase opposition leaders or the person who will be declared winner of the election, or intimidate the National Elections Commission, or compel it to declare Joe Braga winner of the election in 2029. He doesn't have that capacity.
No.
The military will not do that. They will not do it. Our elections in 2029 will be about integrity, about legacy, about achievements, about peace, about reconciliation. All of those will form part of your legacy package that you will have to unveil to the people on your campaign tour in 2029. Anything falls short of that will be a rejection at the ballot box. And Joe has to be told, you're going to 82. You should be more concerned about your health and good governance, or governing well. And leave the rest with us, the voters. Focus on building our roads and expanding our roads, stabilizing our electricity, putting food in the homes of family members, and all of that. Upgrading our education system. Even if you build a standard or a system that will drive us into standardizing our education and upgrading and building the quality of our education and our teaching staff and all of that, that will be a legacy that you will use to campaign on. Even if you will start building or expanding our dam to increase our electricity from 80 megawatts, I will say the McCoffey Hydro is supplying like Morovia, I should say. That will be a legacy that you will have to unveil as a foundation. And those legacies will serve as a foundation for you to campaign. You will stand on those legacies. They will form the foundation. You will stand on it to campaign. You will not depend on the guns. The guns will not take Joe Braga to the executive mansion.
It's impossible.
And the military folks,
It's far-fetched.
I told people every day, I'm not worried about the military, because the military will not get involved with our elections. Unlike when our sovereignty is under threat, then the military will get involved. Anything outside of that, the military will not get involved because there will
No.
be surveillance to resist the military.
Definitely.
That one we can say for free every day.
Sure.
There will be surveillance to resist the military.
If the
They
Gabon
will not
scenario
get
want to
involved with
show
our elections.
the Guinea-Bissau
Just
scenario,
stop celebrating these things. We don't want Joe Biden sign want tie it to military, military rise in the state to rig election. No,
far-fetched.
the military will not do that. Even if they want to do that, they will not do that. But I know in my mind, they're not even thinking about siding with Joe Biden to rig elections in this country. The training they went under, and the training they're still going under. Yes, there are some of them who have their side. But the real men, those gallant men in arms, they know what it is to protect the sovereignty of a country. If they don't know anything, they know what sovereignty is. To anything that poses threat to our sovereignty, they are obligated under constitutional obligation to neutralize
it,
those threats.
quench it.
If Joe Biden will be a threat to our sovereignty, the military is under obligation
to be preempted in neutralizing
to
that
neutralize Joe Biden. They honor obligation. So nobody should think that Joe Biden, because he's president, he's going to list with the military, and that's why he wants to train 500-600 people for targeting 2029. Hey, just save us that bull crap. George Weah, as peaceful as he is, could concede Joanne said, okay, I concede. We know that Joe Biden is ambitious. We know that Joe Biden is desperate. We know that Joe is evil. But even the evil man has a boundary. Has a boundary. All evil men in the world have met their Waterloo.
Yeah, Waterloo.
Then at Joe Biden, there will always be a Waterloo for evil people.
Yeah.
And we all will be there to take all those evil forces in the UP. Gavans at the Golgotha. There will be those evil forces that Joe Biden, who's leading them, but there will be men, not in arms, but in patriotism, in nationalism, to stand to the arms, to the face, the mouths of the arms, to resist any attempt to temper over our peace, or because somebody wants to be president for another 6 years.
Forcibly.
So it's not going to happen. I don't go to bed worrying about Joe Biden making election. That's not part of my list of things that I'm even concerned about. No Liberian should be afraid to go to bed thinking that Joe Biden will. Yes, the intention may be there.
But he doesn't. Joe does not have that proclivity.
But he needs to be facilitated.
Temerity. He can't go across that red line.
If Joe Biden wants, let him take Katumu Bwaka and make her neck boss. Then he made Joe Biden Jr. your deputy. Tama Bwaka, the other one of the commissioners. You take the other one, Anthony Bwaka, who you put him there. You take Rhoda Bwaka, my good friend, you put her there. You put so Bwaka on the commission, you put in there. Let's see what's going to happen. You take Fatu Bwaka, you put in there. Let's see what will happen. Or if you like, you take Brandon Samuka. Brandon Samuka was defense minister in the country, you still lost election. A United Party man, a United Party man, defense minister. You still lost election. So you take from Brandon Samuka and saying to neck. If you like, you take the whole lofa and send so lofians. Say your nephews and cousins and nieces at neck and see whether they are going to give you election. The system is built for the popular people And so no next boss can declare somebody who did not win election and say, yeah, they made the winner of our election. Let's celebrate or let's clap. So, I mean, if there were no audience for us to talk to, I wouldn't be wasting my time tonight talking about Joe Barra's statement at the Armed Forces Day or whatever intention he may have. Did you being know the difference between rock and polo? You be folks, they know the difference between rocks and polo. You put the rock here, you put the polo here. You be folks, they know the difference. I don't use sabu here and kiss meat bag. But the guys can do anything. The guys have one option: to govern well. One option they have: to govern well. If we have to make the option 2, then we say they got 2 options. You govern well and get re-elected, or you attempt to rig the election and we'll go into war. So that the 2 options they have. They either govern well and get re-elected, or they continue that poor governance and attempt to rig the election. They will all go into war. But Joe Biden will not succeed himself on cheating. The Americans must be told. They mess it on for them. So they'll be sitting down watching Biden misbehaving all around the place, urinating on our laws and disrespecting every system we've built in this country, and sit down there and think we will sit down and go to bed to sleep. And Biden will rig election and nobody will stand up. If that one man, there will be somebody standing up to Joe Biden. So all the statements they used to issuing, they better start issuing those statements now to start cautioning Joe Biden. Because there are men around. The young people, the masses will rise up against the guns from the barracks to safeguard the returns from the elections. That we can see. If we will say that every day, that Baka is not made enough to rig any election year. If Baka is re-elected, it means he will be re-elected on the numbers that he attained from the ballot boxes. And those numbers will come as a result of his achievements as president for 6 years in this country. Nothing else. Nothing else. So joking, that's not joke. Big joke.
Serious joke too.
That Barack go drink tea and suck
joke to
milk.
be serious.
That Barack continue sucking in milk and go sleep.
I go sleep.
You can do rack in the country by attempting to rig election. You let him go sleep.
Yeah,
Get rig election. Because we starting not from a yard or the executive mansion at 2 places he will be.
Yeah.
If the thing he came to the embassy, we'll go to the embassy. So he can't do anything.
Are you be talking about recruiting members of the armed forces of the Republic of Liberia? You tie
to 2029.
To 2029.
There is a political campaign group or a
the
political
campaign group. You setting up a first-time voter, the campaign team. You setting up, or which one you setting up?
The military is a force for good, forever and ever. Amen. To the die.
You know, us saying that
not tie them to a particular political deadline.
That what Greek can do.
So after
blinding your eyes.
After 2029, the men and women in arms.
You know, the 600 men and women.
Cease to exist.
It means that their time will be expired. That political positions they will be obtaining.
That nonsense that happened on our CDC, where people that yaya then were they arrested or adopted and kept captive and all of that in Lofa, under the guardians of Francis Yimani. Even as internal affairs minister, you know that nonsense can happen. Tomorrow say you have election, that nonsense can happen.
He knows that. He knows that.
Two things. He may not be internal affairs minister, or he may not even be living. I can see that thing every day. That thing that happen, you take people putting in red t-shirt, black jean trouser, but the student were control the police, didn't do anything. It take people in Lofa, people go camping. peacefully. He put people on motorbikes and started chasing opposition leaders and campaigners in Lofa to make the sick old man president. That nonsense ain't going to happen. You try that thing tomorrow, say election tomorrow, you try that thing. Akara used to say there will be casualties on both sides. We'll pass that stage.
No, the casualty will be one side.
But there'll be direct engagement with Joe Biden. Yeah. Nobody going for anybody deputy or no. Because he is because of him. So he better govern well or focus on governing well.
And keep the AFL out of your political notion that you will succeed yourself 2029.
AFL has nothing to do with politics.
That thinking is void ab initio, Mr. President. You are not being taught about. So just, go to bed. Maybe before going to bed, you can suck someone out milk again. Like you people have already abandoned Chief Zansan Kawa, a man who served our country for 18 years. And also, it will surprise you to know that Chief Zansan Kawa is right now crying on his sick bed in a local clinic here in Monrovia, when President Boakai, who claims to be a traditional man, is the president of the Republic of Liberia. Mr. Zansan Kawa, the chief of the traditional council of Liberia, 18 years. His wife, in fact, served as representative for 12 years. This is the man who is ill, and I don't know why the government is not paying attention to Chief Zansan Kawa when it is the time that he needs the help of the government. The fact that Chief Zansan Kawa worked for 18 years, he may have his own money to undergo treatment. But I think Austin and the public, the government has a role to play in terms of giving Chief Zansan Kawa a moral support.
Is this Mr. Austin Kawa?
Yes. What's up?
You're calling me or you're beeping me?
I'm supposed to beep you in Liberia. See what man I mean?
And yeah, gonna creating new beeping you.
You watching back again?
They're flooding. Oh, I'm watching the water.
In your two, I see one nobody. Coming. TV 0.
It's on TV now. I know to do the government show.
Sorry, yeah, you are live on Fredom Hard-Talk.
I'm done with you. What?
So tonight we saw see that we got her bossman voice. Now we go. So we don't. Now we can go down. Now we can go. Yeah, so you're a flag.
Yeah, so Austin, to be honest, I think it's about time that we give the necessary moral support to Chief Zansan Kawa. He's somebody who served the country. What's the issue Chief Zansan Kawa? Because I just see you like you panic, you surprised on the Chief Zansan Kawa issue. That he's crying on his sick bed for support from the Boakai government. Joseph Newman Boakai, a traditional man who, in fact,
when the chief you talking about, the one
who
head of the traditional council,
from Ellen, former president Ellen.
But what did happen to him now? What really happened to him now? What did happen to call a fool?
That the issue then it had not been disclosed. Only after the full call now before in calling for help.
I saw a video I'm trying to get to play from former CDC chairman Moba Molu. I think he was talking something like that the medical facility mistakenly they did wrong diagnosis and they cut his leg and all of that. I'm trying to get it and see whether it's in relation to that. I think that's what he was talking about. If that's it, then it is scary and concerning. Mm-hmm. But I share it somewhere here. And I don't know whether I can find it anyway, but I think I came across a video that I shared here, but the guys didn't produce that video. Yeah. But we go ahead, be talking. Let me see what I can
Yeah.
find.
So Austin, I think it's concerning. Chief Sakawa needs the help of the government, and we want to take this time. He's a statesman. He served our country, no matter the circumstance. Let us see how best we can chip in, at least to relieve him a bit of the trauma that he's undergoing. In fact, I want to believe
Okay.
the appearance of government officials, even it doesn't have to be President Boakai, but government officials who are in this government, where or Chief Zanakawa is admitted, if they can appear in my mind, it is psychologically and psychosomatically relieving. So going to visit him also is required under moral support, and I think the government will need to take a stand as a government, because we are not talking about an ordinary Liberian. We are talking about the former chief of the elders of our country, our traditional chiefs and elder, the boss man. So it is not an ordinary
Let's
person.
play this.
Chief Zanzakawa, who has been very, very, very sick, and we received a call from a clinic where he's already been helped or been treated. He was taken to the GFK Medical Center sometime last year, November. And then he was admitted and was diagnosed with diabetes. I called into the medical report from the GFK. And then at some point in time, his illness became severe, which led to complications. Again, I'm quoting what is said to be a report coming from doctors at the Joint Medical Center. So they amputated the leg, and then afterwards he was discharged. But when he was discharged, he was in very, very much terrible condition. The situation was so bad that the Bruce American decided if he is sent home, he may most likely not make it. In fact, JFK has said that he had short time to live, and he was discharged without prescription drugs. He still had air source all over the body, and so a good Samaritan healthcare worker told the family to bring him to a clinic because of the severity, the deplorable condition of me that he was undergoing at the time. So that's how he ended up here. And he's still very sick, but it is by far better compared to when he was at the Joint Medical Center, where they gave him up for death after amputating his leg without sufficient medical care. So we are here because we were called by the what is this? You come up, right? Can you show it? Yeah. They call it about the need. Yeah. Okay. So how you feel? Has the soul healed right now? The soul is getting too small. But they 1 year they get cleaner. They are taking medicine. I was looking the time they take you from the left. Oh, so what that? See what I will okay. Go party over and they bring me here. I understand. So I was to my home. I got planning to my home. I have on a sugar patient before. You had sugar patient before? Before. I have on a sugar patient before. I just get sick. And the abandoned where I see myself at GSK. GFK.
Yes.
You see, there's sugar.
You see, I get sugar.
You say you call your phone.
You call my phone. When I call my phone, you plan my car with that. Oh, control is here. So my children then, I my children then walk after me. Walk after it. You see the paper, the sun, the day, the dark. But I will call my son here. So the paper, the sun. I go to come and phone. They call it phone. No good medicine. They do our hair. No good medicine. I will lay down there. Almost 1 month. 1 month. I'm going to be the GSM.
The GFA.
Yeah, 1 month there. 1 month and few days. I'm ready from there. Then they tell me, they say, we come to discharge you.
I thought you're all right now.
No. My body, you see my body said you cry. My body that so. I get best soul off for year.
Best soul.
Okay. I got it.
Okay, so there's a reason why I kept nodding my head when you were talking and then you were asking why, and all of that. But Zanzan Kawa is a victim of the Unity Party conspiracy.
Mhm.
And I say this tonight. Chief Zanzan Kawa is a victim of the Unity Party conspiracy, particularly the hate that is deeply rooted in the heart of Joe Bwaka. That's why they amputated the leg of Chief Zanzan Kawa. There are other things or information we're getting, and we told the people, our sources, we cannot put this out until you give us the counter medical examination report that you did on your relative. So we compare the two. Because the information we're getting is scary. You amputate somebody's leg without even sharing any examination or medical examination report or medical result report with the family member. You only call them and say, they may get it in here, you can sign, there's a waiver form, you can sign waiver.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we're being told. Normally, the male goes to the person goes to the hospital, you will run their medical or their full chemistry or whatsoever because and you have to repeat it.
Sure.
The test has to be repeated because you have to be sure.
Yeah.
The man say he has never suffered from sugar before or diabetes before. He said never. That one, that's not anything. A person you've never suffered from something before, or
the first time you go for test and you can be diagnosed
because you didn't notice it and been building on,
and
so
you did not test.
Thank you. When you hit one time, it hit and it breaks you down. So that one is possible.
Yeah,
but he said he's never been treated for diabetes before. Never. He just found himself in the hospital. They say, we got to call your level. So call your children and children can. They give them waiver phone to sign. The children sign waiver phone. They call it full because they say when you now agree to call your phone, they will go in your heart. Then you will die. No medical examination report given to the family members. Nothing according to our source. That's how we demanded that he. The other one they're telling us, we say no. We can go there, but we cannot reveal your names, and you want your names to be revealed, but we will not tell that when you're telling us to talk until you give us documents.
Yeah.
Because if the family is claiming that they have alternative medical examination that prove otherwise to what JFK
did, then we need
it is
the
scary,
family's
but we need it.
documents so that we compare the two.
Yes. So we are waiting for them. If they share with us, we will share with you. But it's important. But I can say to you that Chief Zanzan Kawa is a victim of Joe Barker's hate.
I think he was one of the
Joe
first
Barker
person
did not
removed
want-
from his position.
I mean, Joe Barker did not want Chief Zanzan Kawa at all. He believes that he sees Zanzan Kawa as a sedition or a man who took the side of George Weah. So he is supposed to be treated like an animal. His leg is supposed to be cut. His medical bills are not supposed to be settled. He is not supposed to be attended to by the state because he is perceived to be a weird man. But you see, I always remind Joe Barker about Jenkins Scott, the late Jenkins Scott. No offense to his family members that are alive, but I always remind Joe Barker about Jenkins Scott. When you have power today, and not only Joe Barker, the younger folks in government presiding over state security apparatus who think that they have arrived and they are the all-powerful, they can do anything, they can entrap anybody, they can incriminate anybody, they can chase anybody, they can target anybody,
And where they
can
are
harm anybody,
perpetual.
they can destroy anybody, that they are going to be there forever and ever, amen. The story of Jenkins Scott, I always use that to remind government officials. No radio man will sit down behind microphone and remind me, because some of us were not lovers of government jobs. And I say this every day: George Weah comes to power, you will not see my name on a presidential appointment list. You will not see my name there. Because some of us, we prefer surviving on and in the private sector than chasing government jobs. Today, you think the power that you have for 6 years, you are considering 6 years to be 30 years. And I make reference to some of our CDC friends who used to say that 12 years, 12 years. Some of our own CDC friends saw us like not their equals. Beginning CDC who I'm older than, who were assistant ministers and deputy Ryan, they saw us like their beginning. They were not peers.
They have arrived.
Even though realistically we're not peers, so we be better for them. Someone named 1992, 1993 beginning. You go to the office of the bosses, they look at you like they don't know you from anywhere.
Thought that it would have lasted forever.
If they are aware that their boss invited you for a meeting, you will be there. 1993 born beginning, 1990 born children, will be looking at people who are born in the 80s. They be looking at one and telling us, say, hey, do you know what important attitude? Today, the power has gone. Someone stole enough. Now everybody quiet. Nobody wants John us to chastise Barker.
Yeah.
Because all of them will benefit.
All of them they quiet. They are meek and mute.
No, everybody clean now. Nobody can join us to engage Barker. Because they're scared. Someone they mess. Create that mess. When they grab them and say, Joey, I'm gonna go march in the street to go to the court.
Yeah.
And some of us say, no, we're not supposed to Joey march in the street to go to court.
No way.
Then they say, oh yeah. Because you see what's happening today? That I see nonsense Barker doing and his Barker and his officials doing. Chief Zanzan Kawa has never been a member of any political party. If at the first time, if you want to link Chief Zanzan Kawa to any political party, I can link him to the Unity Party because I know that he has attended Unity Party strategic meetings. Even when Joe Barker was vice president, Chief Zanzan Kawa was attending strategic meetings of the Unity Party. But he has never been a member of any political party. And you neglect him because you think that he took side or he may have taken side with George Weah. As if to say, even if he did, it is not his right, or it was not his right to do so. His legacy. You're talking tradition or the traditional council in this country, you can call one person name besides Chief Zanzan Kao.
Yeah.
Chief Zanzan Kao remains the face of the traditional chiefs and elders in this country, the traditional council. He remains the face. That establishment, that structure, that infrastructure that was built by early Unity Party, Zanzan Kao remains the face. And what is in disappointing, Jenkins, not necessarily, not really Bwaka, because some of us, we are not so or shocked or surprised at Joe Bwaka's devilish behavior, but where are the chiefs and the elders?
Where are they? Even his
The
successor.
chiefs and elders that Zanzan Kao served, or that served along with Zanzan Kao, the men who succeeded Zanzan Kao,
Because
where are they? I heard in the news that the chiefs in Nima say they are starting or inviting that all of foolish useless won't give, because people on Facebook that to go to Nima and to answer question.
The Mehu case.
Chief Zanzan Kao is sick. The chiefs and elders are saying nothing.
You get your point?
The Ministry of Information, Cultural Affairs. Cultural Affairs. And tourism. Tourism is out now because they have a tourism authority. But the Ministry of Information and Cultural Affairs. The immediate past. Head of the National Traditional Council of Liberia is sick. His leg is amputated. Under controversial circumstances. And the government is silent in happiness. The government is silent in happiness that Zanzan Kao has one leg. Politics, your quest for power, your greed to have access to state covers has led you to the extent, to the point that you are wishing your fellow man dead. And you're not just wishing him dead.
You are fast tracking his death.
Conspiring. You are developing conspiracy to ensure that he dies. That one, that politics too. That politics too. Folks, Joe Bwaka is really, really, really a friend of the devil. The old man
You
is
think that
devilish.
you think that the devil himself?
I don't know what kind of role I'm playing in Effort Baptist Church as a deacon. But those who refer to that old man as a deacon must be ashamed of themselves. Those who stood in the Providence Baptist Church, the Effort Baptist Church, or even the Baptist Church in Liberia, to ordain that man a deacon, you all must be ashamed of yourselves. This man does not deserve to bear any religious title in any religious institution.
Man had his honor his feet.
A man's heart that is covered, shielded with darkness cannot be ordained as a deacon in a Christian church. Today, for the first time, I will question the decision of the Baptist Church. And probably maybe that's why the Baptist Church is not celebrating this man nationwide. That's why the Baptist Church is not even owning him.
Because the Methodist Church owned former President Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. They
were proud to identify nationwide with President Sirleaf, with George Wright. They were calling him George Wright, adding to different churches and things to honor them, to celebrate them. They were not afraid The church was not afraid to identify with them. How come they Job? Probably that's the reason why the Baptist church is not even identifying with him publicly, because of his actions. The man is not a peaceful man. He's not a reconciler. He's not a leader. He's an evil character. He's an evil man. Sazakao dies tomorrow, God forbid. Joe Barra will not even attend that funeral.
Man is vindictive.
He will not go. The man hates Joe. I mean, he hates Zanzakao to the bone.
You let us see the old man. You president of Joe Barra.
We will beat on him. And some of those who get small senses around him may say, that Jack go show face. Or they might want to use third party or 10th party to go identify with Zanzakawa tomorrow because we are talking about it. Shame on all of you. Shame on you, Joe Barker. You bear hate in your mind, in your heart for your fellow man. But Barker, you will die tomorrow.
It's inevitable.
It's inevitable. You too may get sick tomorrow. We are human beings. We don't have control over these things. For a man to die, it is destined by the Bible. It is scriptural. It is scriptural that we will die. The Bible set age for us. It all say that you will live for their age. When you go beyond that blessing from God, Barker has gone beyond 70, blessing from God, and you're living with your fellow men all in the name of politics, and you bear hate, you're wearing hate in your mind, in your heart, to the extent that you prefer seeing your fellow men die because of politics. He said because he supported George Weah, or he believes that Zanzakawa may have supported George Weah. The only hate, the only wrong thing that George Weah has ever done to Zanzakawa was
to keep him as traditional chief.
The only bad thing that George Weah ever did to Joe Barker, was to have won the election in 2017. That George Weah biggest wrongdoing there. That anybody who associates or affiliates with George Weah is considered an enemy, public enemy too. Public enemy. Joe Barker told a government official after President Sharif took a tour at the Cloud Hope Foundation. Joe Barker told a government official that he blame her. He said, I'm blame her. She's supposed to be in court by now for the mess she created. Yes.
Then I get mine.
Joe said that about Eddie to a government official. That he don't blame Eddie.
How are you thinking that they control for him?
And he considered the word he used was that she wants to honor his government.
Okay.
And insult
the people.
She wants to insult. Action is to insult the people against his government. He said any action by going to the Cloud Hope Foundation is to insult the opposition against his government.
The guy is an
Joe
ingrate.
Barker said that rubbish.
He's an ingrate. Joe is an ingrate.
Government official.
Joe had always been an ingrate.
Maybe she want to insult the opposition against the government. But I don't blame her. She's supposed to be in court. But now, if she were in court, she wouldn't be going to Cloud Hope Foundation. Joe Barker. That's how wicked and devilish the old man is. So we too should be saying we blame him. Where?
Mm-hmm.
That job we are with blind too.
Yeah.
Who go take and point plane and carry America to go change a pacemaker and put
Yeah.
new one in and
For him
bring
to still
back.
be existing for his time to extend some more.
And then we referencing Joe Biden and he will be saying
the late Joe Walker. And we still say the late Joe
But
Walker. No
God,
matter what you do.
God, unlike we have other things that we are associating with or worshiping, but you, God, that we believe in only. If Joe Barker is proceeding well in this country, we give it to you.
Mm-hmm.
But if he is dividing this country, creating hate,
Going
amongst
after
family
people.
members, going after people in this country, if Waka is destroying the peaceful foundation of our country, increasing division or causing division in our country amongst the people, so be it. We're living with you. You be the judge. You be the judge. The same way you say in everything. He said we should do everything with him.
Mm-hmm.
We should leave everything
Mm-hmm.
with you, God. Joseph Boakar's behavior. I repeat, if Boakar is governing well, we leave it with you. If you, God, you are pleased with the manner and form in which Boakar and state security people are proceeding in this country
and
with
his
the Liberian people,
miscreants.
we leave it with you, God.
You take charge.
Tonight, we leave Boakar with you, God. Unless some of us got more than one God that we serving. But if we have only one God that we depending on, and you know from our hearts that just one God we depending on in our lives, and are you, and you know the level of confidence and trust that we have in you and nobody else, we leave Boakar to you tonight. That you will pay him. That you will teach him that there's a difference between politics and leadership or governance. And that governance cannot be all about politics. And politics is not hatred. Politics is not hatred. Because the Bible says we should pay evil for evil unto no man. We should pay evil for evil unto no man, meaning we should not pay back bad.
So don't misinterpret that, don't misconstrue
Unlike
that
the Bible
statement.
did not say we should forgive 70 times 7. That's the only way that Joe Boakar is targeting people who he believes or perceives to be his enemies. And he is supposed to be a deacon. The Bible says we should love our neighbors as we love ourselves. The Bible teaches us to love, to care, to forgive, to share. How come Joe Boakar is a deacon in the Baptist church? And he's governing in this manner. The Bible teaches us to be at peace with our neighbors. There's nothing in politics, no political doctrine that requires anybody to wear hate till death. As wicked as Genghis Khan was perceived to be, when he died in the manner and form he died, some of us were on radio and criticized President Sirleaf and the government for not attending to him. We can't be crying that we are a Christian nation, built, funded, surviving on Christian principles. And we are ignoring biblical references and requirements and considering our own personal feelings and emotions to govern the state, and we expect to grow? How is that possible? How is that possible? That we cry all day. We create hate for our Muslim brothers and sisters. We try to ostracize them from the society. We try to humiliate them and intimidate them in some places, public places. We try to fight them because they are not Christians. We try to deny them access to certain state infrastructures and positions because they are not Christians. Yes, because they are not Christians. We believe that man is not supposed to be president for Liberia because he's a Muslim. We believe this woman is not supposed to be speaker because she is a Muslim. We believe this boy is not supposed to be chief justice because he is a Muslim. We believe this person is not supposed to be foreign minister because he is a Muslim or she is a Muslim. We believe this person is not supposed to represent us as ambassador to the United Nations or the US because he or she is a Muslim. We bear these beliefs in our minds. In the 21st century, we bear these beliefs in our minds because we chase these people out. We link our Islamic brothers and sisters to Guinea and every other, and Sierra Leone and every other dominant Muslim state around our country, surrounding our country, or bordering our country. With the mindset that the country was funded on Christian principles. Then I asked, what are the Christian principles? Where are they? Who is driving those Christian principles? Or who is supposed to be driving those Christian principles? The president, the head of state. How is he driving those Christian principles that the state was built on? Where is he driving them, if there are some? Where are the Christian principles? Let's see them. Is there the Christian principle is a Christian principle to bear hate in your mind for your citizens? Is a Christian principle to pay evil for evil? Is a Christian principle to lie? Is a Christian principle to steal? Is a Christian principle to corrupt? Is the Christian principle to bribe the judiciary and lawyers to target people from the opposition? Is that the Christian principle we're talking about here? Is the Christian principle to deny our Muslim brothers and sisters from contesting to be representative or speaker or president or foreign minister to get appointed? Is that the Christian principle? Oh, the Christian principle is only to deny Muslim people from becoming president. That the only Christian principle we know, to deny Muslim people from becoming president. Then yeah, Liberia was built on Christian principles. We said Liberia was built on Christian principles. Then I asked, where are the principles? Where are the Christian principles? All my Christian brothers and sisters will only point to one. And that one principle is to deny Muslim people from becoming president.
The dash and see, they swallow it.
Yeah. So what's about the 10 Commandments? Thou shalt not bear false witness against your neighbor. You disband a whole Jewish panel because because they refuse to bear false witness against Fonanti and Desi people and other people. So you disband the whole entire Jewish panel because they questioned a lot of questions were not leaning your way. You wanted them to bear false witness. You conspire with the police to doctor a report that did not even link anybody to any arson case. But because your mouth author is arson, the state police is supposed to prove it in the court. Where is the Christian principle? I ask every day. The only time we know Christian principle in the country that when Muslim men won't be president. But guess what? When a Muslim man he succeed to be president in the first round, in the second round, they
can be chasing after the Muslim man for his support.
All the Christians who were crying like built on Christian principle.
Now the Muslim man want his support.
Yeah. You see them chasing the Muslim community for vote or for support.
Yeah.
At that point, Liberia was not built on Christian principle. When they want Muslim votes,
At that point, egalitarianism.
Yeah. That democracy.
Mm-hmm.
For the people, by the people, and of the people when they want the Muslim vote. When the Muslim man is contesting, they say Liberia was built on Christian principle. They say, they're opening prayer for Baptist Church, closing prayer
for United Methodist Church.
For the Muslim community. Any imam or any imam,
they're doing a political turn. Political turn.
But when you go to state function, then it becomes different thing. Even a state function where an imam will be called out to lead the prayer, government officials will be murmuring.
Mm-hmm.
They don't abide by the protocol.
Mm-hmm.
When a Christian will go and say, pastor will go and say, may we bow our heads.
Yeah, then they are in line.
They say everybody will bow their heads.
Mm-hmm.
When the imam goes to say, let's say they are Fatiha also, nobody wants to open their arm or position themselves with their arms open to receive the blessings from the imam.
Mm-hmm.
They believe it is wrong. They're not. So I ask, where is the Christian principle? Deception.
Mm-hmm.
People are fake.
Mm-hmm.
Blasphemy. The Bible is against that.
Mm-hmm.
We blaspheme ourselves and think we are blaspheming God.
Yeah.
Because God already knows your heart.
Mm-hmm.
Even if you call a Muslim up at the national flag, or the armed forces day to close the prayer, God looks in your heart. God is looking in your heart and knows that you are not doing it willingly.
You're doing it based on political reason.
But the deacon is supposed to know that one because he is a deacon. That's why I told people every day, Johns, the country here, politics in this country, in other countries, people can conspire and everything, right? But politics in this country is fake.
Sure.
It is fake out of illiteracy and greed. That illiteracy and greed suffer in this country. Nothing else. I tell people every day, illiteracy and greed, those are the routine, those are the things that are suffering this country, keeping this country underdeveloped. Illiteracy and greed. People are greedy for no reason. And people are illiterate. That's illiteracy. Because you greedy for no reason, that's illiteracy.
Mm-hmm.
That's why keeping this country down. Underdeveloped. Illiteracy and greed. Undermining development or growth in this country. What Baka doing? Isn't that greed? Isn't that illiteracy? The illiteracy, imagine, to even deny a former president who you succeeded, who conceded, peacefully in power over you. Say they who built,
you build, don't pass on the road.
Built a VIP launch at the airport. He said, don't use it.
Who are you? You are an evil junior.
His officials come to the public to justify it. That the Christian principle there that God was built on.
To disrespect leaders.
That's the Christian principle.
Yeah, to disrespect
Liberia was built on. That the Christian principle.
Yeah.
Some of you are the reason why people to know if you open an evangelism competition in this country between the two faiths, Islam and Muslim, say that you go evangelize, the whole country open, they evangelize. More people, the Muslim might win more people from Christianity to Islam from the general perspective. Because if you depending on people say we are recruiting based on lifestyle. Trust me. I say no bad people in Islam. But the way we can cause enough our own, the way we can cause enough for Christianity, show our separate offices. If that's how we're living, there will be no Muslim in the country. Because all of them will join us. But we don't want to fight them, we box them, we chase them, we kind of laugh with them in the morning, in the evening, we go beyond and honor them. Because they are Muslims. They will come and say Liberia was built on Christian principle. In the man, let's see the practical sense. Where are the Christian principles? The president is hating everybody and fighting everybody and targeting everybody.
Vice president involved
Vice
with,
president targeting everybody,
yeah,
hating everybody, targeting everybody.
allegedly
You say what?
involved with ritualistic issues.
Then you say
And it's a Christian principle.
You
A Christian,
concoct lies
yeah,
to chase your fellow countrymen
to
because
persecute
of
your
a
fellow.
speaker position.
Yeah.
You see, you concoct lies to the extent you link him to branding Capitol
Yes.
building along
A
with other
statesman,
lawmakers.
a statesman, you reduce him to
Is that
such
the Christian principle? You chase Amos Sawyer die. Amos Sawyer gave Joe Biden a job in the interim arrangement. He said publicly that Amos Sawyer was his friend. You want to target Mazur Kimaya. So you decide to take Amos Sawyer's wife and put everybody in one basket and send them to South Beach. Only because you want to target Mazur Kimaya and you think you feel embarrassed to target him alone. So you see that grab all of them and put it in jail. You tell your friend woman put in jail. Sunday she not know anything about it. Was not on the office. She had no role to play. He said comfort Sawyer to South Beach because you want to target Mazur Kimaya. That's the Christian principle there. You send it to South Beach, the answer now, you can't go through the case. Government say they got evidence. They can't go to court. They can't carry evidence. The case just down. That's the Christian principle. Somebody can't tell me Joe Parker is a man of principle. Joe Parker is a peaceful man. Joe Parker in the north. Joe Parker is a deacon. Blah, 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 blah. I beg you, yeah. Man, I didn't. Go ahead.
Yeah, also, you know, my advice to the man who succeeded Chief Zansankawa. Our people say when hunchback men die and they go and bury him, all the other hunchback people can go there to see how they were laying down, whether they were laying on his stomach or on his side or on our hunchback. So you are now the head of the traditional chiefs and elders of our country. There was somebody in that position before, and there will be somebody that will succeed you. Even if the government from the central level is not taking this matter seriously, kindly do your best as head of the traditional chiefs and elders of our country to intervene by giving dignity to your colleague, who the person whose position one day you will be in. Meaning you, I'm not saying they will call your photo, but you may be no more in that position as the head of the traditional chiefs and elders of our country. So any other support, whether moral support or financial support, this is the time Chief Zansankawa need you people. You're trying to show him some clear-heartedism. And Mr. Boakai, you know, President Boakai is a joker. Are you aware that he's in Addis Ababa? He went for the AU summit there in Addis Ababa. But Mr. Boakai, my problem with Mr. Boakai, he criticized former President Weah of traveling with many people, and he described that when he was in the opposition as wasteful spending. Today he's traveling with Kula Fofana, Mamaka Bedete, the Mo Ali, and you can name the rest, to go for African Union Summit. What role Water and Sea will be playing there, I'm going to go, I don't know. Mr. Boakai, you will have to do the needful. You always think that you will continue to be president. Since you took the office of president of our country, you just taking the country to be your personal property, going after individuals who have served this country with dignity, persecuting people who made positive impact in making sure that our country can transform. And you think since you are not being supported by such person, so that person should be brought down by all costs. If the person is doing business, you make sure that you bring that person business down. If the person is a lawyer, you make sure that that person does not practice. Mr. Boakai, to the extent that you know most of the pimping riders always support the CDC and President George Weah. Because of that, after taking power, you fool the young people to carry out all of the formalities relating to their legitimacy and legality as per riding and plodding the streets of Monrovia and, so to speak, the Republic of Liberia. People register their backs. People carry out all of the different formalities to include insurances and other things. At the end of the day, you decided to stop them from running to the places that they're supposed to run before they can make money to feed their family. Like, it is a vindictive posture from you, Mr. Boakai, based on the fact that those people supported Mr. Weah, you decided to go after them. That has to change. The young people don't have jobs. The little thing they're doing to put food on the table for their families, you decide to take it away from them. Today, we are discussing Chief Sansankawa. You are showing no interest. Mr. Boakai, instead of dealing with those things that matter, you are going after things that do not matter to Liberians. Mr. Boakai, why will you be going after Claro Foundation when you need to face the bread and butter issues that Liberians are faced with? Liberians now, in fact, some of the motorbike boys that were running around town making money, they were helping families. Maybe you could equate one motorbike man to winning bread for about 10 persons. So when you have already done that by crippling other people's survivability, and you stay going after the few people that they got in government and other places, how do you expect Liberians to survive? I want to say this to you, Mr. Boakai. If you keep pushing it to the limit, it will definitely have a reverse. And the trickle-down effect of that reverse will not really favor you because you do not have the psychological strength to withstand whatever backlash your reckless actions may bring on our nation. So, Mr. Boakai, do your
his
best
name is Junkins Morris.
to lead the country well.
Do your best to lead the country well.
Sure,
the country
Austin.
well. And that's fair enough. 0776 104 104 0886 500 104. Those are the numbers to call to join the show tonight. Let's talk. You have enough time available to you to talk. 0776 104 104 0886 500 104.
Plus
WhatsApp
231
number is our WhatsApp number is active on plus 231 886 500 104. So yes, let's talk the issues. Zanzankawa is sick. The former head of the national is that Liberia Traditional Council or the Traditional Council of Liberia, former head, the Zanzankawa is sick. They call the man there. But I say the man should die way. Like,
I think
he's not
Liberia
going there.
Council of Traditional Chiefs and Elders.
Where's the and so those are that's the main issue we spoke about tonight. Plus other stuff you want to talk about. Okay, 0776 calls are coming in. Where do we start taking the calls from? Your end?
Yeah, on line one, we have our first caller. Go ahead.
I'm SK Dominic from Pastor County, Chutokin Farm.
Let's hear you. You're live on Fredom Hard-Talk.
You see, Joe Boakai is very wicked. He is wicked. He is not ruling or he is not leading like area. But the area who is he is not acting like that. He just chasing everybody. Why should he rule like that. It's unnecessary. That old man is an evil genius. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
The old man is an
This-
evil genius. Let's
caller-
take us.
This caller online too. Your name is joining us from where?
Good evening.
Fredom Hard-Talk.
Yeah, this is for the Anthony calling for Grand Bible County.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I hear you people saying the government of President Walker stopping the movement not to be president.
No, no, hey, nobody said that. Nobody said that.
No.
Let's correct that one first.
So what you do?
No, so then he say what he heard. They will correct him and he make a point.
Then you can be corrected if you need to know anything.
Okay, I want to say something.
Go ahead.
Okay, nobody deny moving man not to be president in this country. As far as this is a Christian nation. This is not a Muslim nation.
My man, call me off.
This caller online 3. Your name, you joining us from where?
Christian nation is probably stealing all around Christian nation.
When you call, you lower your monitor.
Hello?
Yeah, go ahead. You know you're calling on the radio. Lower your monitor.
Yeah, I'm Abraham. And can't see if I'm going to lie or not. Yeah.
30 seconds. This caller online 4. Your name is joining us from where?
Yes, my name is Jabo Kopsi, joining you from Grand Bassa County, Latrobe District 2.
Let's hear you, my brother. Go ahead.
Well, thank you very much for the topic on our discussion this evening. What I do want to say is that plan is a calculated plan concerning the former Transitional Council of Liberia. The government has to see how well and best that they will contribute to the army health. Most especially, I'm very sound that they are not taking care of our grandfather. I'm from District 2, which is district that the man here from. I'm the political leader of the CDC. But that is a calculated plan because the government said that the man was signing with the CDC. So that is a calculated plan. They plan that thing for them to do it to our grandfather. But anyway, we get a result later. Thank you for having me.
Thank you. This caller online 5. Where you joining us from? Austin, Georgia.
My name is Mr. Benjamin Garay Lawrence, calling from Steven Tower Estate, District 2 of Monterey County.
Yes, hear you.
Yeah, so I would like to bless God for our country and the Republic of Liberia and the nation of Liberia also. So I would like to say that give me our president, I am not against the president because of our former leaders of the cover. They're appealing to him. I just appealing to him. He's looking for the master. Once again, I was born in Grand Bassa County and I'm proud to be a better pastor man. So you should please look into it and help our father. No matter what happened, he's been to position before. Even if they come president, let us see him. We're not rising against flesh and blood, but against prince and power and power. So let him look at our party. Let him help me out. He's the man, just like you said. He shouldn't do the thing of partiality thing. But Zanzibar Kawa is our father. And represent we the bounce of people. And he always there with all that he has. He is now a president or doing this one, but he is a Liberian in front of the 15 counties. Let him help me out.
But hello. Y'all the Bassa people too. What are you guys doing to help him too? Y'all have senators and representatives and superintendents and public officials in the government. The Minister of Commerce is from Grand Bassa. So what are you guys doing as Bassa people too to help him?
No matter what happens, no Tomba for his bad guy. He belongs to all and he represents us from state of town. But we only appeal to our president. They ain't look into his matter. No matter what the Bassa people what we do, they ain't forgive or they ain't help him. That all we appealing to him, we go to our him. Zaza Kawa belongs to all. From District 2, even Zaza Kawata, even the senator, and where they are passed, all in Grand Bassa, I had to be born in Grand Bassa County. Anyway, talking
Thank you. Thank you. That's the cost of this. And good evening to you. Let's hear you.
Mr. Kawa.
You laugh. Let's hear you.
Yeah, my name is Jacob. Calling what is the Capital Committee.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you very much for the talking point this year. I was saying the thing last week, according to Mr. Bola said, anybody that work again, anybody that work around, Yoga is enemy. And it's disappointed for Yombi and Talot to be in the hall. See that and follow, but I will put their follow forward. Our proper so or explanation to the family that and the government and panel, the men accept the country. Throughout our 12 first, because Kawa and say, give the man a job. Well, now, so the country will not know why it's going on. So, too much hatred in the country, and I say, the country not going nowhere, no problem.
Thank you. Let's go to the international line. Let's talk to the city gigs.
Hey, thank you very much, Austin. This is GT calling from Canada. And Austin, I just wanted to speak to the issue from Chizanza Kawa.
Mm-hmm.
So it's very sad to see what is happening to him, especially like when you serve your country and you find yourself in a health need, and you find yourself in that kind of position or that kind of situation right now that is happening to him. This is just a clear example, warning to people working in government.
Mm-hmm.
Because today, you're in government. When you leave government tomorrow, similar thing will happen to you. If you get sick, you'll be in that situation.
Sure.
And I can bet, if Chizana Kawa stay in government or in the same position, you are not going to be what? Probably you're going to go to India or somewhere they're going to send him for him to get treatment and thing. Because the position that he occupy and thing. But since he's no more in that position and thing, this is where he is today. I don't know. But there's a warning, like we have a president at that same age level and thing, health issue. We know it's common around that age and thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But at this time, we expect people to start putting things in place. Especially those that are working in government right now or people, future leader want to come in government. Because there should be some insurance policy and thing that will be set aside and thing. That if you find yourself in a situation and thing, maybe you're late $20 and thing that are cutting from your pay, or you're late $15, $2, $3 cutting from your pay and thing into some group policy plan and thing. At this time, you need it. Maybe it'll cover you maybe $25,000, $50,000 health insurance and thing for you to go get treatment and thing. They should think about that kind of thing.
That's a fine
because
idea.
Those are why our people, I tell you something serious. Look, our parents work in the government and thing, when they leave from there, they can't even get an FPA, they can't even get an insurance and thing. But when the people can get called one time, they can take insurance money, take it, go back out. Hey. All the money and thing the people keep on.
Oh, Musa Brown, kick you off the line, my brother. Musa, welcome.
My man, first of all, thank you, and have my sympathy, my man, for our former Senator Dev, man, Senator James Momoa.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, man. He passed this morning.
Yeah,
well, Austin, when I saw yesterday the former chief zoo of the Republic of Nigeria, Zanzan Kaba, lying on the same day where Moluba Wanlu went to visit him. I saw it like, is there nobody in government that knew that Zanzan Kawa is sick? Look at the place, even the place where Moluba Molu went to visit him.
Appalling.
Yeah. This is a man that serves our country. So you see some of the things we can be talking? That wouldn't have been on a leadership of His Excellency President Weah, that you will see that man, he look at everybody that served the state to be respected. That's the kind of mind he has. But I tell you what, this government prefer to pay tribute
Mm-hmm.
than to help him. Like you said, you were asking the people, Nyombli not aware? Nyombli is aware.
But Darius don't told the people that the men are fake medicine men. You can't do anything, blah blah blah. So how do you expect they don't and you'll be to come in to help? Well, did I already tell you the men are fake medicine men?
You see? So, this is the kind of control we have. Like you said, when you were speaking, you said something. You said if President Baka is leading this country in a right direction to bring joy to our people, to bring relief to our people, God is going to bless him. Look, we, the citizens, can also lay curse on him. People can say, oh, pray for your leaders. How do we pray? For a leader that inherit grudge,
for bad leader,
that engrave grudge, wickedness in his heart, for anybody that disagree with him.
Mm-hmm.
How can we? And then you got some of our brothers, people we think we should be, that supposed to be looking up to, are the very people that stay in the open and say, I'm the one that can advise him. Like one of our brother, by my family. Like he spoke to Jiffy Kroma memory honor. You see? So our country is at the crossroad. Austin, it is about time that you guys continue to push forth these messages and our people continue to gravitate towards the messages, and then we continue to pray that God remove. Because we all what Saul did in Israel. When God got ready, God removed Saul and brought in David.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
and God is about to remove Saul over Liberia.
Yeah.
And he will extract Joseph Boakai.
So Boakai.
God is getting ready. When he extract Joseph Boakai will get to know that he led people. The people that Joseph Boakai leading are the people of God. We belong to that country. Every Liberian has a right and belongs to that country. It's not him. It's not the Republic of Boakai. So if Joseph Boakai won, let him make Katumu Boakai the election commission chair. And then he can appoint. The people can remain, the army chief of staff can remain in his position, so appoint him as on the commission. When you go into, the army chief, because I question nephew.
Yeah.
And then everything, they just carry them, they put them on the when they go in, they can care, but they gotta stand there. Joseph Boakai will leave Liberia 2029. Except the God we serve is not a living God. Except what Joseph Boakai is doing is not denigrating the livelihood of the Liberian people. Joseph Boakai is intention, except God is not looking at his heart, but it's God looking at God will drag Joseph Boakai. Joseph Boakai will feel the wrath of God, and that wrath will be upon him in 2029 by the power of our votes. Thank you, and God bless you, Scotty.
Amen.
Thank
so
you.
there's an announcement here. We have to go home. We can take calls anymore. So Jenkins, this announcement was posted 7 minutes ago. Announcement of committee to raise funds for Chief Zanzan Kawa for immediate release. Chief Zanzan Kawa, the revered Bassa traditional chief and former head of the National Traditional Council of Chiefs and Elders of Liberia, has been battling illness for over a year. Can you imagine over a year? And imagine I did not even know until I saw the video from Molu.
I've been following.
Unfortunately, his condition recently resulted in the amputation of one of his legs. During this difficult period, Bassa citizens from all walks of life are rallying together to extend helping hands to our chief while he is still with us. We are hopeful that each of you can make a meaningful impact. No amount is too small. To ensure a coordinated, transparent, and effective process, a structured team has been constituted to lead a focused 2-week fundraising campaign to raise financial support for the ailing chief. To demonstrate commitment And to jumpstart the effort, the chairman, Toga Alexander Bearded, has announced an initial contribution of Liberian dollars 50,000. Official mobile money numbers is here. We're going to read them. Maria Juniors 0776 382 934 0886 551 937. Y'all will let woman be there. Yeah, Maria Juniors now. Yeah, man, I'm going to tell you again no more. The woman no more. You to pushing you that money wasting for contribution. God knows some of y'all. Additional contribution platforms such as Cash App and other means will be as we fully coordinate that. But for now, and given the short time frame we have to function, let's kind of use these numbers available, the numbers available. For full transparency and accountability, all contributions except for those who prefer anonymity will be published with the amounts contributed. Regular updates will continue until it is feasible to formally submit the funds collected to the ailing chief. There will be one core meeting in the WhatsApp group while the executive team will meet from time to time to guide and supervise the process. Mrs. Julia Duncan Cassell and Maddie Juniors will coordinate on payment reconciliation. To join the WhatsApp group chat, the stuff is here. Those of you Basa people and Liberians who want to join, go to the Facebook page of Toga Alexander Bearded. You see the announcement there, and you can join the WhatsApp group chat to make your contribution. The structure of the fundraising committee is as follows. Toga Alexander Bearded, chairman, Mrs. Paula Montgomery, co-chair, Mr. Tommy George, member from the diaspora, Solomon Watkins, member, Civicus Basiga, member, Zumayo, member, D. Afonso Somada, member, Mrs. Maddie Juniors Johnson, head of finance, Mrs. Vivian Ines McGill, ex-official, Mrs. Julia Duncan Cassell, ex-official, on finance, Mrs. Ruth Coco Collins, ex-official, Mr. Abraham Whitty, ex-official, One Bassa Gallery, Mrs. Madeline Harris, ex-official, signed, Mr. Octavian Williams, official spokesperson. Thanks to all team members who have accepted to work together on this noble cause. Let us unite in compassion, cultural pride, and solidarity to support one of our own. So that's it. I'm going to share this on my page. For those of you who may be struggling to get this announcement from Alexander Bearded's page, I'm sharing this on my page now, so you can access it from there and all of that. Junkies Morris, we're taking our week's break, and how do we leave the people?
Yeah, so we want to say thanks for following us. We'll be with you on next week. Remain responsible citizens and make sure your rights and responsibilities are properly balanced. Don't always be thinking that you just get right. You also have a responsibility to this country. Thank you for following, and we want to say goodbye from our end here. Until Monday, we'll see you.
Thank you to all of you for watching, listening to us. We shall be back here next week by God's grace. But until then, do have yourselves pleasant moments in your respective areas. My name is Austin Kawa. Junkins Morris was here, and we shall be back here by God's grace. Bye-bye.
The people lie to us. The government betray us. They can lie, they can steal.